Hey guys, you're watching one and only. My name is AJ. Welcome back. I looked into the webcam. I've done so much face cam stuff recently. I looked straight into the webcam and I was like, no, I don't have webcam on for this series. We are back on another episode of Let's Build Springfield. I'm here sort of towards the northern part of the city here, just behind Town Hall and the elementary school, because we've got this nice little square here. Now, when I decide what building I'm going to do every episode, I always go onto this website that has a list of all the buildings in the tapped out game, because it's very easy for me to sort of go through, see which ones I like, see what type of building I want. Do I want a house? Do I want a more commercial building? And stuff like that. It's very, very easy. And I was looking through, and it looks like there's been a very big update to Tapped Out recently, because a load of new buildings were added. One of them being, again, another building that I've never seen in any episode, the Mall O'Rail. Now, from what I can understand in the Tapped Out version of the game, is you can buy separate parts to the building and then join them all up together to make one giant mall. Today we're going to do just the sort of main heart of the mall, and then maybe in the future we'll add more. Who knows? I doubt it, because it can be pretty big at the end of it. But what's really odd about it is that there's a monorail. You can see it on the top of the picture there, that little grey thing that looks like a giant bench. Well, you can add more rails to that, and it's basically like a roller coaster mall. I don't really understand it. I've never seen it in any video, so it must have been in one of the newer episodes that I don't get on my TV, because I only get the older episodes mostly. But I saw it, and I was like, that would work so well in Minecraft. I mean, look at it. How perfect would that be in Minecraft? We're going to try it today. So I've got this nice spot here. This building faces this way. This building faces that way. I want this building to face out towards the road, and I'm hoping we can fit it in. I've got all the blocks cut down. I think all of the blocks that we're going to need, and there isn't really that many. So it should go quite well. Now, I want to do this maybe right on the edge of the building here. Let me turn my volume down, because I've got block place. I always do that, don't I? It's because I turn my volume up for when I edit it, but then when I play it, no, I turned it the wrong way. Okay, we'll be going in a second here. Oh, there we go. I'm so professional, aren't I? I'm like a professional YouTuber right here. So I want a little hole in the middle for where the door's going to be, and we're going to have space for a window with packed ice. Maybe they look nearly square, so I'm wondering if maybe a 3x3 packed ice window would work well. I think that will. So we'd have one window there, and then a break in the middle, and then another window here, and then a white block on the end, and that should be that side of the wall. It's a beautiful looking building. I mean, a garden up above, absolutely fabulous. Really, really nice. What I want to do here is try and get a little bit of a curve for these revolving doors, and we done this, was it last episode? I think it was last episode. We done something that I think looked quite nice by putting these carpenter wedges on the side, and then colouring these in the packed ice colour, and it, in my opinion, I don't know what you guys think, but in my opinion, it looks very much like the revolving doors sort of opening, how they are. Very, very nice. Let's grab this red here. And I think I probably want to put this along the front here and along this one, and then do the same thing there and there to try and bring out the red. Oops! To try and bring out the red to be more than the packed ice below it. So that's where it would say entrance on there. Really, really nice. That looks fabulous. Okay, and then we want on this side the other window. So we'll go up to this height, I think, for the moment. There, and then a white one up the middle. 1, 2, 3, 4. There, yeah, 2 windows on either side. Just had to double check then. So people have been asking me in the comment section. In fact, it's probably one of the most asked questions in the comment section. Do I play Tapped Out? I talk about it in the series, and I think I might do this. I talk about it in the series. We use the Tapped Out buildings. And people ask, do I play it? I used to. I used to play it a lot, in fact. I used to play it so much that it became the reason that I didn't want to play it anymore. Well, not that I didn't want to play it, it's that I ended up forcing myself not to play it. Because what was happening is I was becoming dangerously, I think is the only word for it, dangerously addicted to it. I would deliberately wake up early. Because if you don't know what the Tapped Out game is, basically, it's a mobile game where you build your own Springfield. It sounds great, and it's super, super fun. But the only trouble is it works on real time. So at the beginning, buildings take like 3 minutes, or 30 seconds, or 5 minutes to build. And then the further on you get, the longer the buildings take to build. And it ended up, or it ends up, buildings taking anywhere like up to 2 days, literally 48 hours to build. Now, that's not so bad if you're just sort of binging on it. If you don't really care too much about the game and you're just sort of playing it just to sort of waste some time, then it's fine. I ended up playing it though as if it was my life. That is all I would play. How are we going to do these windows? 2x2s with Microblocks in the middle? No, I can't because it can only go up to this height. So we've got these 4 blocks. Hold on a minute. If we done, I need 3 windows up. Because then this blue goes along the top here. I don't know if we'll be able to get the 3x3 sets of windows in here. We might have to go with 2 sets of, like a 2x2. I think that'll be better. It'll look better. So yeah, I ended up like getting up early in the morning, or deliberately setting my alarm for like 4:30 in the morning, just so I could collect the money from building the building, or maybe the jobs that you send your little Springfield people to do, like oops, there we go. The little jobs that you send your Springfielders to do, like I don't know, go and go shopping, for example, and you could send a little Simpson character to go shopping, and it would take like 4 hours. So I would time it, so I would set an alarm on my phone to go off at that time, so that I could collect all the money. And I was deliberately, because this is when I just sort of first started YouTube, but I was ending up actually stopping my videos halfway through, cutting my videos halfway through, because the Simpsons would go off, and I would go, right, I need to do this. I need to now go and finish off that building, or add this to it, or add that to it. And it was becoming so bad that I just had to force myself to stop. In fact, I uninstalled the game off my phone, so I couldn't play it, because it was honestly that bad. It was insane how much I was using it. But since I have left, they've added a bunch new buildings, which is very handy for us for this series. So I'm still getting my Simpsons fix. I'm still getting my Springfield building fix, no less. I'm just doing it in my own time. And it's much more cool to be able to build it yourself instead of just placing down a building. But I like the game. Tapped Out is a great game. But as long as you can control yourself, I think that's the tip. If you can control yourself, you'll be fine. I just didn't have the skill. So yeah, no, I don't play it anymore, but I did used to. I used to be very, very addicted to it. But anyway, how are we getting on here? We've got like a pretty good shell here. It's looking really, really nice. On the back here, I think what we'll do... Can I grab my wand? I have a spare slot in my hotbar. And we shall grab there to there. And I shall set that to wool white. And then I think what we're going to do is just like maybe bust a little hole here for a window. And then I'm going to bust a hole here. Because we can't see the back, so we're going to have to make it up. But I don't want windows all the way down the back, but I don't want it a blank one. Oh, maybe one window on this side. But 2 on one and 1 on the other. I think having it a little bit asymmetrical will give a really nice look. Yeah. That looks good. And I like how this this white lip is giving around the building, so I might do that around the windows as well in a bit. But we've got the white. The entrance looks amazing. I love that. And I think we can now maybe... Let's do the back. Maybe the back would be the next most important part. So, to me, it looks like the white pillars. There's some white posts, right? I think we can all see them. There's these white posts that go up. and then they have an arch on it. I've changed these to the wrong one. That one. We go underneath there and underneath there. Just for the moment, just for a start, make it down. Okay, so we've got the archway in there, but then it looks like there's a little glass section as well. Now, the way that I'm going to do it, I think it's a little bit of a visual illusion, because it sort of looks like there's an archway there, but then there's also like a packed ice section around it, and then the arch comes this way as well. In fact, if I build this one block further out, I think it'll be so much better. That one and that one. That looks like a better arch. And then, yeah, let's do it. Let's do it how it is on the picture. There's not enough room to even walk in between, or you know, to walk in between this shop here. But does it matter? I don't think so. If we go from there to there, 174. Whoops. Never hit F11. I accidentally hit F11 instead of enter. What was it? 174. Yeah, 174. I accidentally hit F11 instead of enter or backspace, which then put the Minecraft into windowed mode instead of full screen mode. Confused me, man. I panicked for a moment. I was like, where's it gone? Okay, 17. That was the wrong one. What happened? Undo. 178. Oh, 174. Oh, yeah, that would be a big difference. That would make pretty much a world of difference, in fact. Let's bring this back this way, then. Oh, I thought I'd lost all of my video. I thought we were done for, guys. There. And... Whoops, I fell. Come back up here. And there. Okay, so we got the arching. That looks so cool. What an amazing looking building. And then we need, again, the arches to come down here. So we need that one. Ugh. Whoa. And that one. Let's just see how mirrored we can get this, because I don't know how our luck is today. We usually have pretty good luck when it comes to this, and somehow we managed to get things to space out evenly. But I don't think my luck's going to be with me today. We've had so much luck recently. We're like... Wait a minute. That one. That one. Oh no, but wait a minute. There's a door in the middle. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Okay, we've got it. We're fine. That one. I thought it was arches all the way along until I looked at the picture a little bit more closely. Closer. Bad. They both sound really bad. There and there. Yeah. And then there's a cyan section in the middle here. That is flush. Okay, on the picture, it's actually flush, isn't it, with the white wool? I'm not going to do that. I'm going to bring it out by one block. And I tell you why I'm going to bring it out by one block. It's going to give us a little bit more depth. It's going to give some more in and out sections to the building. And I think it'll just improve the look of it. I think it'll just look better. And I'm going to take those away and those away. And I'm going to put an arch in there. Oops. There and there. Colour those up. Yeah, that looks better. And then on top here is another arch version. Now, we can't do arches perfectly. We can use these slopes to try and help out. And I think what we'll do is something like that. And I think that'll give us a nice enough arch. If you shift click on these, it changes them. It's really annoying. There we go. There. And there. That's a nice enough arch, I think. It's a little bit square, but it'll do the job. It'll do what we need. And I don't think I want them maybe on these top four, and instead have this as packed ice. Like that. And then on the back here, we'll go back to the cyan wool again. Does that sound good to you? It sounds pretty good to me. There. And there. that one, and that one. And oops, this one and this one. And then pack ties down the side here. We have to have a block to be able to place these on, though. They can be quite fiddly, these ones, these carpenter slopes. You can only do them on certain certain angles and stuff. There. And oops, I nearly fell off. There and there. And then put those on there. Oops, I've got them on there. Just replace that one. Pack ties. I think this will give that sort of glass look that's on the picture. Okay. That looks pretty good to me. That looks good. I like that. And then we've got... How are we doing for time? I'm going to have to check on how much time, because it's stopped now. We might be done for this episode. Yeah, we're not going to be able to get it all finished, are we? Definitely not. Okay, but what I'll do is we can come around the back here. I'm going to fill this in with... Oh, no. I'm going to fill this in with white. And then run this over the top here. Oh, my voice. Come back, voice. We're not done for recording today. I got another video to record. There. Yeah, that's a really, really good start. What an amazingly cool building. The colours are perfect. They really, really accent each other. Next episode, we should be finishing this off. I apologise if this is a little bit of a shorter episode. I'm a very busy guy today. I've got loads and loads to do inside and outside of YouTube. It's crazy. One of those days that everything comes together all at once. If you guys did enjoy the episode, hit that like button. If you haven't already, please subscribe. We shall see you in the next episode where we shall finish this off.